New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed an AI Safety Act. You can now tweak how warm and enthusiastic ChatGPT's responses are. And Mark Zuckerberg's nonprofit cut ties with the immigration advocacy group he co-founded. It's Monday, December 22nd, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. On Friday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed legislation aimed at holding large AI developers accountable for the safety of their models. The RAISE Act establishes rules for greater transparency, requiring these companies to publish information about their safety protocols and report any incidents within 72 hours of their occurrence. It comes just a few months after California adopted similar legislation, but the penalties aren't going to be nearly as steep as they were initially presented when the bill passed back in June. While that version included fines of up to $10 million for a company's first violation and up to $30 million for subsequent violations, Hochul's version sets the fines at up to $1 million for the first and $3 million for any violations after that. In addition to the new reporting rules, a new oversight office dedicated to AI safety and transparency is being born out of the RAISE Act. This office will be part of the Department of Financial Services and issue annual reports of its assessment of large AI developers. Hochul signed two other pieces of AI legislation earlier in December that focused on the use of the technology in the entertainment industry. At the same time, President Trump has been pushing to curb states' attempts at AI regulation and signed an executive order this month calling for a minimally burdensome national standard instead. OpenAI gave its AI chatbot a professional makeover with the latest GPT 5.2 release, and some users are already complaining about its tone. For anyone who's finding ChatGPT rude or sassy, OpenAI has some welcome news since it's letting users further customize its personality with extra warmth or enthusiasm. In a post on social media, OpenAI revealed that users can adjust characteristics under new warm, enthusiastic, header and lists, and emoji options found in the personalization settings. Between the four options, you can choose between more, less, or default to fine-tune exactly how you want ChatGPT to sound in its responses. These new characteristics come about a month after OpenAI added professional, candid, and quirky options to GPT 5.1 under the base style and tone setting that's also found in the Personalization tab. The latest customizations likely stem from the fiasco that OpenAI faced earlier this year when it rolled out GPT-5 to replace GPT-4o. The outcry from users revolved around the latest update sounding less conversational and friendly, leading OpenAI to offer the option to choose between models and promising to make GPT-5 feel warmer. Back in 2013, when Barack Obama was president, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg co-founded FWD.US, a pro-immigration advocacy group. For years, he vocally supported providing paths to citizenship for the most talented and hardest-working people, no matter where they were born. Now, in 2025, with Donald Trump back in power and pushing draconian immigration policies, Zuckerberg's philanthropy organization has officially cut ties with the group. Who says big tech executives don't stand for anything? Well, on Friday, Bloomberg reported on the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI, severing its ties with FWD.US. Zuckerberg's group provided no funding to the advocacy group for the first time this year. Up to that point, over half of the roughly $400 million donated to the nonprofit since 2013 had come from CZI. In addition, CZI's chief of staff, Jordan Fox, resigned from the FWD.US board. No one else at CZI will fill the vacant slot. Another first for the pro-immigration and justice reform advocacy group. In a statement to Engadget, a spokesperson for CZI said the change had been in the works for several years. Quote, "Nearly 5 years ago, we shared that we were focusing on our core work in science, education, and supporting our local communities. As part of that transition, we committed foundational funding to FWD.US to continue their bipartisan work. We have fulfilled that financial commitment and wound down our social advocacy funding." End quote. The spokesperson added that the couple's BioHub initiative is currently their primary philanthropy. In late 2024, Zuckerberg met with Trump advisor Stephen Miller. Among other topics during the exchange, Miller reportedly questioned Zuckerberg's ties to FWD.US. Apparently, his words resonated with Zuckerberg's principles. In January, before Trump was sworn in for his second term, Meta unleashed an overhaul that reads like a Miller wish list. The company ended its DEI programs. That same month, it ditched third-party fact-checkers, calling them too politically biased. It also changed its policies to allow for insulting language on topics of immigration and LGBTQ+ issues. The company even added Trump backer Dana White to its board. It fits a broader pattern of big tech bending the knee to Trump this year. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Cheyenne McDonald, Jackson Chen, and Will Shanklin, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.